Hey boyos, welcome back to the channel, and I'm just gonna show off a garage review. Oh, not really a review, but it's just gonna be a quick look at some of the new tanks that I got. So, this is the new T29. Everyone's probably pretty aware that they got this tank for free. I didn't pay any money for it. And the one cool thing is they gave us a 100% crew on it. But that's not why I'm here. I decided to buy this thing. It's the STG Guard. And I got it with the cool looking camo on the side, and it looks really neat. It says Slava, Soviet, Scum, Long Live Soviet, Tank, Este, something to do with tanks. Long live Soviet tanks, which is pretty cool. I can read Russian now, so I can kind of piece together what that means. I think that's what that means. So this is the Guard, and it's a Tier 8 Premium Soviet medium tank, and we'll just quickly go over the stats. It's got 212 pen from a 122 caliber gun, 400 damage, and it fires APCR as the premium round type with 248 and HE61 and 530. Pretty good dispersion, 0.33. I'm really impressed with that. Hope that stays that way. And an aim time of 2.5 for a 400 damage gun. That's also not bad either. I like the looks of the gun. The next thing you'll take a look at is the turret. Turret is the strong point of this vehicle. It's pretty strong in the front around the gun mantlet, and it's definitely got a weak spot here. So you want to jostle back and forth if you're driving this thing, but if you're shooting at it and you can only see the turret, this is probably where you want to shoot. And this is my Christmas house. The rest of the tank isn't really well armored. Like if you've ever shot at like a T72A, it's got 100 armor in the front, and even though it's sloped, I mean, it's probably not going to be enough, and you're probably going to overmatch the top of the roof here, because this is it's sort of a rear, it's like a mid-engine, mid to rear engine sort of tank vehicle, because it's not really too much to the rear. Well, I guess it's to the rear, but it feels like it's kind of more in the middle, maybe because the turret's so long. But it's not as bad as some tanks, like the A44 and the 416. Those tanks, the turret's really to the rear, and some of the German tanks, you got a lot more overhang out the front. This one I feel is a little bit more neutral, and I think it looks rad. I really think they did a fantastic job with the imagining of this, since it is a paper tank. It's just from blueprints or whatever they managed to dig up out of Moscow. So I think it looks pretty cool. The downside of it, it's the DPM's not super ultra fantastic, but I mean, it's kind of a one-shot, one-go game right now as it is anyway. You got about 1,350 hit points, and pretty much no armor on the sides and the back, so look out for that. 180 armor on the sides of the turret, so it'll still bounce something, but the back of the turret's basically got none. Your 400 horsepower engine, your power to weight ratio isn't what I would call something amazing. Like the T54's got 19, this thing's only got 15. So that's not great. Yeah, you might want to run some modules to speed that up somehow. But the top speed's good. It goes 50, and the traverse speed is pretty good too, 47. Concealment, I've seen worse, and the view range is 370. So if you compare that to tier 9 and 10 tanks, not too shabby, I guess. And you can see that it's not very high off the ground. Looking at the T62, it's higher. Object 140 is higher. This thing's actually a little bit more low profile. And another thing that's pretty cool is that it has gun depression of -6, which is as good as the Object 140, and better than almost every other mid to rear engine tank. So that's pretty neat. I think it looks rad. And I am looking forward to playing it. And of course, it has the Soviet log on the back. Pretty sure they've all got the Soviet log. I'm going to click on that stupid trio one more time. Where's the log on this? Did they remove the log? Maybe the T62 never had a log. Well, is that disappointing? Oh no, no, it's got like a little mini log right there. Okay, I missed it. The T54 has its log there. Object 140. Okay, we're all logged. Just making sure they didn't forget any of the logs there. Yeah. So just wanted to show everyone this thing. Looks pretty cool. And then we'll jump on to the next vehicle and I'll show you that one. But it's in a different game. So take care. Okay, this is the next tank that I ended up buying this Christmas. And it is an armored warfare tank. So it's also a tier 6. It's a T72 M2 Wilk. And if you look at the statistical stuff for this vehicle, you can see that it is a Polish T72 variant. Made in the late 1980s, Wilk project was a Polish attempt to upgrade, license, and build T62M1s using only domestic technology. The Wilk was the result, with the prototype built in 1990, more powerful engine, passive night vision, digital fire control system, and additional ERA, all led to the T72M2 Wilk to become a dangerous beast. Once more, the Wilk was a precursor project to the Twardy, which is a pretty cool looking T72 Polish variant that has some neat armor on it. I like the way it looks. I hope it will make it into the game as maybe a tier 8 premium tank or on a Polish line of something. And it shares a number of improvements. So this is what's considered a main battle tank in Armored Warfare and what is a medium tank in World of Tanks. So just getting up real close here, you can see there's a lot of detail and all the little cool armor bricks. They're all individual and laid across the tank. Some nice details in there, and I got my alpha and beta stickers. So yeah, it's got some nice detail. I like all the cool stuff on the lower plate. So this thing does about 570 damage, and it's got a 450 pen, which is, it's not too much different from a T72B. So, but I find the armor is a little bit more effective, especially in the front where it's got all the additional ERA bricks. So you've got a damage per minute of 4,000. The reload time isn't that great, but it didn't come with a mega crew. It only came with a level 1 crew, which is kind of disappointing when some of my other tanks have come with a tier 5 crew. But I guess you get what you get. I guess what I could do is load up. We'll add this to a comparison, and then we'll load up the XM1 just to compare some other tier 6. You know, we'll put the T72B in there and the T80. Yeah, so damage-wise, it does really, really well. It does more damage than the XM1, that's for sure. So damage per minute's up there. The reload time is, it's comparable. It's maybe not as bad as the T80. Hit point wise, looks like it stacks up pretty good. And it's got Textilite laminate armor, which is pretty sweet. I have no idea what that is. The hull armor is pretty much on par with the T72B. Maybe just a slightly different armor brick configuration. Looks a little bit tighter. And for the front of the turret, it's got 460. The T72B has 600. So I'm not sure if the front of the turret's actually stronger or not versus the heat rounds and stuff, but it's got quartz insert turret composition, whereas this one has space steel insert. So I don't know if that has any effect on how different shells react when they're running into the turret, but it goes 60 kph and it's not too slow compared to the other ones. It accelerates quite well. It's got some nice acceleration times on par with the T80, which is running a turbine engine, which is pretty cool. Weight-wise, it's pretty light compared to the other ones, and the hull traverse is pretty fast. It's actually, the hull traverse is way faster than most of these other vehicles, including the XM1. Camouflage-wise, whatever. The range is better, which is nice. That's pretty cool. The gun depression is the same as the T62 or the T72B. Yeah, And the aim time, quite good, better than the TDB as well. The turret isn't extraordinarily fast. It's about the same as the T72B. So yeah, I think it's a pretty cool looking vehicle. I've driven out in a PvE a couple times to try and get my crew a little bit better before I take it into a full-fledged PvP match. But it seems to move and control pretty well. It's got the nice log in the back. It's good that they made sure that was there. And yeah, I think it's looking pretty sharp. So I just wanted to show off a couple of my new tanks that I got, the T72m2 Wilk and the STG Guard in World of Tanks. Thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully they don't demonetize this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and support the channel, and the links in the description if you so please. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys again in the next video. Ciao, and Merry Christmas.